You have more risk than opportunities for the last quarter of this year.
So, Francois, what are the risk opportunities for the final quarter of 2016?
I would say that you have a lot of risk in the last quarter of this year, mainly on the political front. First, with the referendum in Italy, which will be a key issue for Europe, and second, with the US presidential election. Moreover, you have big uncertainties concerning monetary policy around the world. The late summer, early fall brought some new uncertainties concerning the future of monetary policy in Europe, in Japan, and some people have doubts about the future of interest rates in the US. So I think that more than opportunities in an environment in which risky assets are quite expensive, you have more risk than opportunities for the last quarter of this year.
And there's been a lot of turmoil on the markets, especially in regards to bonds. Do you think that this is just a blip, or it's actually we're seeing a market correction?
That's a very good question, and I think that is the question everybody would like to answer. I think that we need to observe very carefully what is happening on government debt. We all know that there is a huge impact of monetary policy and the fact that central bankers are purchasing those assets with a lot of powder, and that we have here a significant risk for the market in the future. What we experienced at the end of August, early September was related to those doubts I mentioned about future interest rates, especially in the US. I think that it's too early to say that we are facing the big correction, but everybody should be aware that there is a significant risk associated with those assets.
And gold is not gaining in this environment. Do you think we've seen the end of the gold rally?
Absolutely not. I think that gold is a very interesting asset in the current condition. I think that if you are holding gold, it's a very good way to hedge your portfolio against the risk of sudden return of inflation on the one side, or any risk of deflation coming. So I think that gold is a very interesting asset. We experienced a consolidation for the last few months. It's nothing more than that, and I believe that the conditions for further gold appreciation are in front of us for the coming months.
And at the moment, emerging markets, they're sort of back in fashion. Do you think that there's maybe too much hype surrounding them?
Maybe in the short term, because we all know that a lot of inflows went into emerging assets in the course of the last 3 to 6 months. After a very long period during which investors did not want to consider, they were escaping emerging assets. So maybe in the short term, the fact that you have such amount of flows going into emerging market is going to limit the interest of emerging assets. Nevertheless, in the medium term, you have some reason to believe that the rally that we experience, especially on bonds, is going to continue. People are looking for yield wherever they can find it, and for the time being, emerging debt is producing significant yield. Moreover, equities are also interesting in the sense that you have some sign that the economic situation in emerging countries, especially in Asia, is stabilizing, and we think that it's going to support further appreciation of prices in the medium term.
Well, Francois, thank you so much for coming and giving us your analysis today.
You're welcome.
That's all from myself and Francois today, but if you did like this video, there are plenty more on our website, dukascopy.tv.